VidOn reached out to me and asked if I wanted to test out their new VidOn Media Server. Being a dedicated Plexian that I am, I was a little hesitant to dive into yet another media server platform. The thing is, if I want to be a true fanboy of Plex, then I need to be aware of my other options just to make sure my loyalty is justified. This was the reason I tested and tried out XBMC. I had to consider my options before picking sides. So the question today, is VidOn Media Server a Plex replacement? When I started using Plex, I went into the experience with only a little bit of general knowledge about media servers, and I fell into the standard consumer style of just downloading the installation file and running it. I didn't do any previous reading or research on it, I just followed the on-screen instructions and away I went. So for my video today, I decided to take the same approach and experience everything exactly how a normal user would. Before I dive into my overview, what exactly is VidOn Media Server? Well, really, it's like most server solutions in that it takes your media from one computer and streams it to another, and it allows you to have a wider compatibility of formats by use of a transcoder. At least, I think. I feel kind of bad doing this video right now because, to be honest, I really don't feel like I've experienced enough of VidOn to truly know how it works. Not without trying though. I mean, I really dived into it and tried to get it to do exactly what it was supposed to do. But I hit a brick wall, and I feel like most other users on their first time might run into the same hurdles that I had. Let's start at installation. Everything went smoothly, installed from a single exe file like I would expect. I didn't come across any complicated options that might seem confusing or run into any issues. It just did its thing, and that was that. It was perfect. After installation and a quick reboot, I started up the media server by double-clicking the new icon in my taskbar. This is where I started to feel right at home because it launched my web browser and the server management page had a very early Plex feel to it. Everything was easy to find and it even walked me through adding my first media folder. So far, so good. I started by adding a large folder with over 600 movies in it just to test it out. I do feel like it took a little bit longer than what Plex would have adding the same folder, but at this point I can really only speculate because I never really timed adding it with Plex. So as they say, take that statement with a grain of salt. A couple differences I noticed right off the bat was that VidOn likes to add movies into collections rather than separating them. So for example, if you have a Batman collection, it will just give you a parent icon that says Batman Collection. Also, it seems to handle file structuring just a little bit different than Plex does. Now remember, I dived into this without any previous research to get the full experience as any new user would. Doing so, I quickly learned that rather than using the containing folder name for matching, VidOn seems to rely solely on the file name. This might be a little off though. There is a chance that it does use the folder name, but it doesn't actually handle removing the THE before the name of the movie. So, for example, if you go The Batman and you just rename it to Batman, The for better sorting, VidOn doesn't seem to handle that very well. So if you happen to be lazy and shorthand a file name but made the containing folder the full name for Plex, then VidOn will place these videos in another category named simply videos. This is okay, I guess, because you can still go in and manually search for the correct movie. Just take note here that the search function is a little picky. In fact, you actually have to have it perfect for it to even work. With Plex, at least it tries to find either the movie you want or recommends others that are close that it thinks it might be. Now we get to my most hard-hitting letdown with the VidOn Media Server. Unlike Plex, you are unable to playback media locally from your server management screen. Yes, you do get the play button like you would be able to, and yes, I assumed it would work like all others have. But no, it won't let you. All you get is a screen telling you to use one of their apps on an Android or Apple device. I mean, what the hell? VidOn, if you're watching, I want you to know right now that this is where you lost me. I'm talking about knocked out, done. I rely on my web interface with Plex to watch videos all the time while I'm at my computer. Without this option, it's completely useless to me. I can only hope that this feature will be added in later versions, but the very fact that this was not a priority from the beginning makes me lose a lot of faith in the product. So much so that at this point, I lost all motivation to really dig deeper into the new software. But I continued on. I figured that if I wanted to know what VidOn was all about, I should at least give it another shot. So I jumped on my iPhone, downloaded the app, and tried to see what it could do. The app saw my server and let me click on it, but from there, all I got was a never-ending spinning circle. I still didn't give up though. I tried a few troubleshooting steps to see if maybe, hey, I did something wrong. I completely disabled the firewall on my computer. I turned off any web services like the HTTP and the Plex server. And of course, I reset the program itself and then my computer. Still nothing. Then I thought maybe it's just overloaded and it can't handle that many movies on my phone. So I removed the big folder and reduced it to just one video. Much to my disappointment, this did not fix the issue. But wait a minute, I have my LG G4 that I got in demo running Android that I can use to test this thing out with. Maybe it's just a bug in the iOS version. I mean, I have no idea at this point. Yep, that didn't work either. It got even worse though, trying that because neither the VidOn Player nor the VidOn Player HD app would even load. It just crashed on startup. I tried one last time though to get support from the community over at vidon.me, and after many views, not one person had any idea on how to get the app to work. So here I stand, reporting my experience on a new media server solution without ever having experienced it. I feel let down because I really wanted to get to know this product and see what it could do. Why? Well, VidOn is doing what I have felt that Plex should have done a long time ago. They're offering a standalone, purchasable media player that will hook up to your TV and, as far as I can hope, just works. I always felt that offering a simple solution like this to customers that supports all of their features that the media server has, that becomes their primary focus in development, would ensure the best possible experience day in and day out for all of their customers. I don't have this box though. I wish I could have borrowed one for review, but in order to get one, I had to take part in a beta program and help them improve their software, and then I would have a chance to get one. I'm sorry, but at this point in the game, I feel like this thing needs to go right back to the drawing board and stay far away from consumers' hands. So, following my uninstallation of the software, I have to say that this is in no way even a close competitor to the robust Plex platform. If you should choose to venture down this road, I truly hope that you have a better experience than I did. One thing is for sure, it really gave me a new level of appreciation for how well Plex is made. If you did try this out yourself and you did get it to work, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Or maybe if you ran into the same issue that I had, feel free to let me know what I did wrong. I would be more than happy to fire this thing up, test it out a little bit more, and see exactly what it could do. But I just couldn't get it working myself, and, well, I lost motivation to do any more troubleshooting on it, so. If you found this video useful, make sure to drop me a like below, and if you want to hear more, make sure to subscribe.